All right, we are back here on Issues and Answers Friday, My Country with Scott Cannon. It is 7:41 in the PM. Good Lord, this time has gone by so unbelievably fast, everybody. It is Friday, March 8th. This year has gone by incredibly fast. It is 7:42 in the PM. Yes, it is on International Women's Day. International Women's Day. You know, I don't care who you are. You know, a woman brought you here. Period. You know, I saw something on I think it was Twitter not too long ago. It said, everybody remember, your first home was a woman. And that is the truth with every single one of us. And you have a lot of people out there who are trying to essentially erase women and trying to subvert women and tell us what a woman is that we all know ain't a woman. We're trying to undercut what men and women are, essentially, what mothers are, what sisters are, what grandmothers are in this world. And that ain't what's hot in the streets. Let me get this call real quick. Hello, caller. Okay, they just hung up. But anyway, folks, the state of Indiana, the state of my birth, or as I like to call it, North Alabama, has been ranked among the least educated states in America. Yes, this is hurtful. This is painful right here. The great state of Indiana has been ranked as the 11th least educated state in America. Illinois didn't do too much better. It was ranked the 13th least educated state. Now, who put this together was WalletHub. They compared all 50 states across 18 key indicators of a well-educated population: educational attainment, school quality, and achievement gaps between genders and races. So now the good news that for the state of Indiana is that the quality of education in the state of Indiana is on the better side, right? Because we actually ranked number 10 overall for quality of education. That category scored states on factors like the quality of school systems, quality of university systems, percentage of students enrolled in top universities, public high school graduation rates, AP exam scores, educational gaps based on race and gender. So I can kind of see that Indiana's got some good schools. You see La Lumiere, the La Lumiere school has really come into prominence nationwide recently because they have a lot of NBA players who went to La Lumiere. Jeremy Sochan, Jaden Ivey, Jordan Poole. There's a bunch of guys in the NBA who went to La Lumiere in LaPorte, which is one of the better high schools in America. Purdue is a really good college. You know, a lot of people in my family went to Purdue. IU, Indiana University Bloomington. A lot of substantial research has come out of there over the years. So I can understand why Indiana would rank pretty well in the quality of education. We ranked way ahead of Kentucky. But overall, we ranked behind Ohio, Michigan, and Illinois. Now, you might be wondering, what's the number one most educated state in America? And I think to nobody's surprise, it's Massachusetts. A lot of those cats from Boston are wicked smart. Park the car, Sully. I'm wicked smart in Harvard Yard. You know, Boston's pretty racist too, from everything I've heard. Very racist city. But still a lot of my wicked smart and going to Harvard. The other smartest states in America included Maryland, which has the most prominent black population. The wealthiest black population is in Maryland, Prince George's County, the DMV, Maryland, Virginia, DC, Maryland, Virginia has a lot of black excellence going on, but Maryland specifically has a lot of prominent black professionals, and a lot of very educated, a lot of very prominent black neighborhoods and communities with a lot of money. So it's not really that surprising that Maryland would do so well. Connecticut, another blue blood state, and Vermont. So that's not really that surprising. Now, the least educated state in America, this also probably isn't much of a surprise. West Virginia, probably ranked worse because they didn't understand that we really didn't need a West Virginia. You know, it was rated the nation's worst. But the Deep South as a region was overall the lowest rated, with Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Alabama taking spots 49 through 46. I'm pretty sure all of those are red states, as is Indiana. We've talked about some of the issues that we have in red states with undermining things like teaching and not looking at teaching and educating children as a very important thing. And a lot of these states are the ones, too, that are practicing banning books from Cesar Chavez, Martin Luther King speeches. In Tennessee, they banned Ruby Bridges' autobiography, the 6-year-old girl who integrated the schools in Louisiana. A lot of these states that you see in the Deep South are the ones who are doing their best to make sure that people don't learn about black history. I don't think it's a surprise that these are the slave states. These are the states that had that fought tooth and nail to be able to keep the right to own human beings as property. Now, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, about 14% of Hoosiers have less than a high school education, while 35.5 have a high school degree or equivalent. Woohoo! 39.6 have some college or an associate's degree, and only 10.7% have a bachelor degree in general. So for this list, in terms of educational attainment, Indiana ranked very low on the list, way down at 41st. But the quality of education is at 11. So we just got to work harder to make our good education available to people. Everybody should be getting an education as good as they get at La Lumiere, not just future NBA stars. And Illinois ranked 16th in educational attainment and 12th in quality of education. So they also have good schools available to them. Places like Northwestern and DePaul are very good colleges. Columbia, they got a lot of Columbia College. They got a lot of good schools in Illinois and even downtown Chicago. But they do a little bit better than we do in helping people actually get to the education. Now, two Indiana colleges have made the top 100 according to the list of the best colleges, with Notre Dame ranking at number 19. This is according to Niche, N-I-C-H-E, so I guess it would be Niche. They scored the school an A+ with a 15% acceptance rate and an average net price of $30,000, I guess, a year in tuition. Whew. That means you coming out of $120,000 over 4 years. Good Lord. And Purdue University also made the Niche top one list of 100 best schools, also scoring a A+ with a 69% acceptance rate, with the average price that is much more reasonable, much more reasonable, at $14,619, I guess, a year. Users actually gave Purdue 4 out of 5 stars with over 5,000 reviews. But in terms of the lack of educational attainment in America, a lot of this is due to gerrymandering. A lot of this is due to a lot of right-wing propaganda against teachers and teachers' unions. You know, gerrymandering has made this possible with only 56% of Indiana voters are Republicans. I know we tend to think of us as a hardcore right-wing state. You know, I always call it North Alabama, but really, only 56% of Indiana voters are Republican. 44% are not. But they hold 70% of the seats in the state Senate. That is called gerrymandering. That is called political maneuvering to lessen the power of people in blue areas who overwhelmingly happen to be black and Latin and poor and working class. So things not as bad as they could have been for the state of Indiana education-wise, but they could always be a hell of a lot better. All right, folks, when we get back, I'm going to mop up before Dr. Williams chases me out of here. We'll be right back.